When your husband asks you where you want to go for dinner, do you actually know? Or do you instantly scan for the answer that'll keep the peace? That tiny moment might be a sign that you're losing yourself in your marriage. What I'm talking about today is called self-loss. And I'll give you 3 signs to help you see if it might be happening to you. Because ignoring that can lead to a life of feeling emotionally numb, where you've erased you from your own life. Sign number 1, you know what everyone else needs, but not what you need. You can see who's stressed. You can see who needs space. But when it comes to you, your mind goes blank. Now consider this for a minute. If a good friend asks you right now, what do you need this week? Could you answer that? Women who are still connected to themselves answer that question fast, not because they're selfish, but because they're still there. But if you've been adapting to someone else's emotional weather for long enough, reading the room, managing the climate of the household, you stop checking your own temperature. That's survival. And that's costing you. But this next sign, many women are doing almost automatically, and it's not good for them. Sign number 2, you've stopped having preferences. It might look like this. Your husband asks, what movie should we watch? And you say, whatever you want. What do you want to do this weekend? I don't know. What were you thinking? Now, is this politeness? Or is that protection? Politeness is occasional. Protection is constant. I have to say this out loud. If you stopped speaking up because it turns into tension, or you stopped asking for what you want because you get a sigh, or a shutdown, or annoyance, you probably started thinking, it's just not worth it anymore. If that's you, this is telling you a lot. Maybe you're calling yourself easygoing, but deep down, are you sure about that? Now, this last sign most women miss, and they're paying a very high price for it. Sign number 3, you feel most like yourself when you're alone or when he's not home. Many find this very difficult to say out loud, so I'll say it as clear as I can. If the version of you that shows up when he leaves the room is more alive than the version that sits next to him at dinner, that gap is telling you something very important. Because when your heart feels lighter when he's absent, you may be shrinking your own existence without meaning to. Yes, sometimes women lose themselves because life became overwhelming. Maybe there's burnout, stress, grief, but sometimes you slowly disappear inside the relationship where keeping the peace became more important than keeping yourself. So tonight, ask yourself this: do I feel more like my real self in this relationship or less? And if you're realizing you've been fading yourself out just to keep the relationship stable, the next question becomes, what happens when you finally take up space again? That's exactly what this video on the respect test reveals, and I'll see you there.